Yeah, I just want to make this quick video to help people with sounds like some people are having trouble accessing or knowing where to go in Canvas, so I just wanted to make a quick video to help sort that out for everyone. So here's when you open up your Canvas homepage, this is the first thing you see. Of course, at the top there's announcements. You see the most recent announcement was me talking about the Zoom availability. So if you open that up, you'll see I'll talk about when Zoom class is and that there's also office hours and just where to find this information. So this is really important. If you click on the class resource module, this little thing, of course that's that first module at the very top. Down here is where all the Zoom information is. Here's about virtual office hours. So this tells you a little bit about the way virtual office hours work. And it gives you the schedule for the week. Now that I'm going to try to, they stay pretty close to each other, but each week you should check in. This is the week 2 office hours, and then hopefully once Friday is over, I'll set up the office hours for the next one. So for the next week, so just pay attention to that. And then also under the Zoom information, we have Zoom class, which is right here. And there's the link. Oh, by the way, there's the link for the office hours, and here's the link for the Zoom class. And here's the information about the Zoom class. Just tells you what to expect when you're there, and then the Zoom class schedule. Right now it's just Mondays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So. And I got 4 people to show up that on the first one, so I don't know if there's not much interest or just I picked a bad time. Tried to went with what the quiz told me to do. So that's the course information resource module. There's the weekly discussion threads. You should know where that is. Right now there's the introduce yourself is already done. It's already been scored. And the Unit 1 discussion thread and Unit 2 discussion thread are open right now. These are places for you to go and post questions and go to answer people's questions. It's a great way for you to interact with your classmates and help them or get help from them. So you want to check those out on a fairly regular basis. And then module number 1 is where a lot of this stuff takes place. So you see in there's the Unit 1 discussion thread again. Here is the the packet for Module 1. Then there's a series of video lessons. Here's the place where you turn in your packet. And then down at the bottom here is the online homework. So this is the part I think is confusing to people, so let me explain it. What I would suggest you do is to begin a module is to print off the packet. And then I would go and watch the video lessons. And if you watch the video lessons, basically what it looks like is you have a video. Let's see. You have a video. It takes a long time to load up, but eventually you'll have a video here. And then there's questions that follow it. So the idea is that if you watch this video, it's going to give you it's going to teach you concepts that you'll use in the following questions. Okay? So you want to watch the videos, answer the questions. And this is kind of taking the place of what, if there's a face-to-face class, what it might look like if you came to class. You get a little bit of instruction, and then you'd be able to practice and talk with each other a little bit about what we're just learning. Then maybe a little bit more instruction, etc. So that's the idea of these video lessons, that you watch an instructional video and then you practice what you just learned. Then you watch instructional video and then you practice what you just learned. Okay? So, now exactly how you do this, I've left it open so you can do it any order you want, really. My recommendation is to print off the packet first for sure, and then start on the video lessons, because that's where the instruction comes from. But if you want to do the video 1-1 lesson, and then finish all the stuff in the packet from that, and then come back and do the video 1.2 lesson, and then go back to the packet. That's really up to you. Some people like to doing all 5 video lessons and the questions that follow them, and then coming back and working through the packet, and then coming down and doing the online homework. Doesn't matter to me, whichever you think works best for you. The first one is really experimental because once you get in Module 2, Module 3, and Module 4, they're set up in the same exact format. So there's going to be a discussion thread, there's going to be a packet, there's going to be a series of video lessons, there's going to be a place for you to turn in your packet, and then there's going to be an online homework assignment. So all of these are things that you have to do. You get points for them. In fact, you have to at least either open these or complete them before you can move on to the next module, which is the test covering this material. Okay. So that's the format. Again, whether you want to do all the video lessons and then do the other stuff, or you want to do a little bit of video lesson, a little bit of packet, a little bit of homework. The unique thing about the homework is it's not divided up into sections, and that's why I suggest that this is kind of the last thing you do, because all the concepts from section 1.1 through 1.5 are all mixed in together. So it's a great prep right before you take the test, because you're at this point, you've watched the video lessons, you've done the packet, so in theory you've learned all the material. So this online homework set is a way to see if you've actually learned all the material you were supposed to. Once you've completed that whole first module, then you'll be able to open the Module 1 Foundations Assessment. So inside the assessment, all we have is a test and a place to upload your work. So once you've completed the first module, and you're feeling pretty good about the material, your command material, then you go to the Module 1 online test. You open it up, and it's going to look very similar to the homework, but it's going to be timed, and you only get 1 attempt per question. However, when you do the test, you want to do your work on paper, because you're going to also be asked to upload your written work once you complete the test. So you're going to have the test going to be timed. You open up well, let's look at it real quick. So it sits here on the verge of, gives you some information about the test. And then when you're ready, you start this, and you have only 45 minutes to complete it. So you don't want to start it until you're ready to get after it. But notice it says in here, you must show sufficient work to support your answers. Your written work must be uploaded into Canvas within 10 minutes of completing the quiz. So you're going to open up the quiz, work through it, keeping track of, doing your work on your piece of paper, and then you get the answer on the piece of paper, then you submit it in the provided box online. Once you've completed all the questions on the quiz, then you'll, submit the quiz. And then you'll take your written work and you'll upload it so that I can look it over. And that is going to be done right here. Upload written work for Module 1 test. Okay. So that's the first module, and then the second module is going to be very similar. You can look at it right now. You can see the video, the packet, the discussion thread at the beginning, the packet, the video lessons, place to submit your packet, and then the online homework, and then you have the Unit 2 assessment module. And this thing cannot be opened until you've completed everything in here, and once again you get a test. It'll be very similar to the last one. Now I do give you the opportunity to do the test a second time. Let's say you take the test, it doesn't go so well. What should you do? Maybe get some help, go back and review some material, and then when you think you've got a better understanding, you can take it again. It'll be different questions, because these the online system generates new questions, but so this gives you an opportunity to get a second run at the test. You really want to give your best shot on the first one, and hopefully you don't have to retake it because you do well. But if it does go poorly, then you'll have an opportunity to try it again. So, okay, so hopefully this is cleared up for people. I mean, I've answered a lot of questions already about this, so maybe there isn't that many people that are confused still, but just in case, I'm going to send this video out so that, and if you have still any remaining questions, please let me know. All right.